light was in it, so they basically
Thunder's
changed the light and had to
on
change
Palm
the
Beach,
time.
like looking at the light where the
How
bridge
many days a
goes.
week did you try that stuff, crossing Lyman Street?
Yeah, it keeps me alert.
Oh, yeah.
I know the life cycle now, so I know like there's time to go and there's definitely time not to go. The snowbanks don't help.
No, it's not
You know, I hadn't really planned for that. I had a client come in like early. I was like, oh, man, I already ordered my coffee. I don't have time to drive over there. I don't want to see me come close. I'm just gonna run over there. Then I got to the end, I was like, I didn't plan on the snowbanks.
Around the north.
I made it. Thankfully, there was this guy who let me go.
I saw you coming across the park, I go, that looks like Jim Ball. And then he gets to the street edge and I'm going, if I don't stop traffic, he's not.
I was counting on it. Yeah, well, there's basically when that lane, just before that lane's gonna go, the left turn, so it's like, okay, there's this 30-second block where no one can come from any
Jim
direction.
can bring it up on active
I told him we
transportation.
need more crosswalks. We need like 3 in a row on down the street.
You know there's a pedestrian phase on the other side if you were north.
If it was, you know, when I,
We don't count it.
you know, I feel bad for all the people sitting there. If I'm crossing the intersection, I'm absolutely.
And then the rental market.
I'm not doing
So that's what you can tell the EMTs in the ambulance.
Exactly. I wasn't across the road. Nah, he's crossed all 6 lanes.
Right, so now all my colleagues know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you need me to sign them all?
He has no idea.
Or you won't take the shine away from us.
I don't want you to not be able to eat. There, so I have no sympathy for either side. Millionaires and billionaires.
Didn't they say they were gonna stop drug? So they're gonna want the home run hits again? Because that's the only reason they got out of the last, they had the home run hits.
So we'll talk about it after. But I have to say, I thought that they were.
Hey, Kristen, are we ready to get started?
Take our seats.
And the yard just offered me.
Can you hear me, Mark?
I can, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, I'll let the board know that you're gonna wanna get started. Westborough TV, are you ready?
Yeah, so I want
All
to
right,
let,
he's ready too, Mark, so whenever
Yeah.
you are.
but tonight the focus will be on our colleague here. I was walking in and I was thinking, is this the last, this is the last meeting here, is this,
So,
oh, you said the library.
good evening, everyone. Welcome to the March 1st meeting of the Westborough Planning Board. As is typical, I have to read the governor's order into the record. So pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, this meeting will be conducted in person and via remote means in accordance with applicable law. This means that the members of the public body, as well as members of the public, may access this meeting in person or via virtual means. In-person attendance will be at the Great Hall in the Forbes building located at 45 West Main, and it is possible that some or all members of the public body may attend remotely with in-person attendance consisting of members of the public. When required by law or allowed by chair, persons wishing to provide public comment or otherwise participate in the meeting may do so by in-person attendance as noted above, or by emailing their questions to planning@town.westboro.ma.us. Additionally, the meeting will be broadcast live in real time via Verizon Channel 24 and Charter Channel 191, or via Westboro TV's online platform at westborotv.org and youtube.com/westborotv. We have a short agenda this evening. We have to approve a peer review at 54 Otis, and we have a continuation of the public hearing for 9 Otis Street site plan review. Before we begin, though, I wanted to spend just a minute in recognizing a member of this board who's, this is Jim Ball's last meeting. 5 years ago, Jim came to the board, and he's been a tremendous addition to the board. I'm really sad to see him not re-up. So, and I'm not good at saying, giving somebody accolades, but Jim, I can't even tell you how much I've appreciated the time I've spent with you. I hope that you stay in touch and give us your advice, because your common sense and your wisdom and your just all around intelligence has been a tremendous asset for us. And we're going to miss you a lot. And I will also say that it really burns me up that you haven't aged a bit in 5 years. So that hopefully we'll see some gray hairs on you sooner or later. So I want to turn it over to Jim Robbins, because I know he has something to say. And if anyone else on the board wants to, address Jim or, make a comment, please, just speak up. So Jim Robbins, want to take over?
I'm going to turn it to Hazel Nurse.
Okay, on behalf of the board, I wanted to thank you for your service to the board, and I've really enjoyed working with you on the board. Your willingness to listen to other people has made a big difference, and I think you've worked very hard at kind of drawing us together and getting consensus in various things. And you always listen to what other people have to say, and I think that's very important as a board member. Also, your expertise in the economic sphere has been a huge help in giving us some insight into areas in which we're not all experts. And I hope that we will be able to call on you if need be for things. And I have a small token for you from the board, which I'd like to present to you on behalf of all of us, wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And
Wow.
we will look forward to being in touch, and thank you again for your service.
Thank you very, very much. Should I look at this? Well,
Yes, you should look at it.
I'll look at it later.
Oh, I don't
You
know.
need to look at it and show him.
Do it, I didn't know. I'll let, if the chair says okay.
Why not?
Wow. It's not a fishing pole.
It's not ticking.
Oh, wow. It has batteries, so that's kind of exciting. It's heavy. Well, that's very cool. I love it. Thank you very much, everyone. That's really terrific.
I think we have to thank Jim and Kristen for their work in
That is really pretty. I love it.
finding this for
I
us.
love it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's been terrific. I can't believe how fast 5 years goes. It's incredible to me. I feel like I've aged Mark, not because of the board, but just in general, mostly my teenage kids. But it's been a terrific learning experience. It's been great. I'm glad to have contributed. I will absolutely be available and be around. I'm going to change my phone number. But no, it's been wonderful, and appreciate everyone's comments. It's terrific. So, and I wish you all the best going forward. So you have good leadership and a good group. So I'm sure the town will remain in good hands.
Well, I want to
to just take a moment to express my personal thanks. Jim, it's been a great 5 years serving with you on the planning board, and probably 5 years prior to that serving with you, or more than that, on the EDC, probably 7, 8 years with the EDC. And then the zoning review committee the last couple years. So in all your many different roles, your many different talents, many different hats that you've worn, and getting to know you personally, it's been a real treat and a real privilege. And to echo what Hazel and Mark said, you bring the voice of reason to the board. I've always enjoyed the fact that you listen and you evaluate all the information and you put it together for us in your mind, and the way that you present your opinion is always well-founded based upon what you've learned and what you've heard. So you're going to have big shoes to fill, and hopefully our new candidate that will come in your place will do a great job. But like you said, you may change your phone number, but I know where your office is.
You know where I live. That's all right. I'm happy to help. Thank you very much, Jim. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Is anyone else, Tim, Pete, Kristen, anybody? I don't know if Fred's there, but, anyway, why don't we move on to the agenda? I just really thank you so much, Jim. So first item on the agenda is a request for continuance on the 9 Otis Street site plan review. Do I need to read this into the record, Jim? Probably
Yes,
see
if
that,
you
huh?
have a copy of the
I
email,
do.
please, Jim.
It says, Cornerstone will be issuing a response, Cornerstone being the engineering firm, I believe. Cornerstone will be issuing a response to the town review today. That will not allow enough time for the town to review prior to our meeting tomorrow night. I would like to request that we continue this meeting to the next planning board meeting in the middle of March. Please let me know if I need to request this continuance for a different department or individual. Thank you. Garrett Curtis, and that's from Doug Curtis Landscape, the owner of 9 Otis Street. Any questions on that?
No.
Does somebody want to make a motion?
I move that the planning board grant the request of Doug Curtis Landscaping to continue the public hearing on its site plan review application to Tuesday, March 15th at 6:30 PM.
Second that.
Okay, any discussion of the motion? We do have to do a roll call vote, so Hazel Nurse,
Yes to approve.
Jim Ball. Jim, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Mark, did you get that?
Okay, Tim Kaler? Yes. Guys, I'm sorry, I can't hear you guys. Just raise your hand when you speak too, so I know you're. And then Pete Bouchard?
Yes, Mark.
Okay, great. I think that's 5. I vote yes as well, so I think that's 5-0 in favor of continuance. Next item on the agenda was discussion and vote on the peer review for 54 Otis. Jim Robbins, do you want to introduce this and give a short explanation?
Thank you very much. As you know, 54 Otis Street is the property of Atlantic Management, and we have a site plan review application for another Amazon fulfillment center on Otis Street. The applicant has put together their application and an engineering package, and the engineering package was submitted to Ty and Bond. Ty and Bond sent back a proposal dated February 11th, 2022, with a scope of services totaling $10,000. I've provided a draft motion for your review.
Okay. Any questions for Jim on that? Do we have another motion for this?
Sure, I can do it. I move that the planning board approve an amendment to the scope of services and contract for the engineering peer review for 54 Otis Street, as outlined in the proposal referenced as engineering peer review services, site plan review application 54 Otis Street, from Ty and Bond dated February 11th, 2022.
Second.
Okay, any discussion of that motion? We'll do a roll call again. Jim Ball,
Yes, Mark.
Tim Kaler,
Yes, Mark?
Pete Bouchard,
Yes, Mark.
Hazel Nurse.
Yes to approve.
Okay, and I vote yes as well. That's 5-0 in favor of approval. Jim, we had some other agenda items on here. We had a discussion on the Housing Choice Act and Master Plan Implementation Committee. Do we have any updates or any discussion we need to take up on those, or the town warrant articles, I think, is on here as well?
Yeah, and as you know, we have a town warrant article for hiring the services of a consultant to help the Master Plan Implementation Committee get together, get organized, and prioritize the goals of the master plan. That article has been placed on the town meeting warrant for a total of $16,000. And as you know, the planning board voted unanimously to support the article as written in the warrant. I don't think there's any additional discussion. However, I do encourage everybody listening at home to please attend the planning board meeting, the town meeting on March 15th, 19th, Saturday, March 19th, beginning at 9 a.m. in the high school, where this article will be discussed.
Anything else we need to discuss? I think there's minutes on there. Do we have minutes?
Now, Mark.
Okay. Then go ahead, Jim.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Also, as you know, we have a housing choice subcommittee, a study committee, and we have a meeting tomorrow morning at 10:30 to discuss the next steps for this committee, at which time we'll talk about proposals to submit to the state before their deadline for comment, which is March 31st.
Any questions on that? I don't see any other business on the agenda. Jim Ball, I want to give you the honors as your last official motion.
I move that we adjourn for the evening.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Hazel?
Yes.
Did you have a comment?
Tim?
Wait, you might have someone that has a comment or a question.
There is a,
No, I'm only here because the last meeting you guys had on TV and discussed the Oda Street property that butts up to mine. I thought you were going to have a continuation of that tonight. So I came down.
Sure.
I didn't know last week I could be in person. I would come last week.
Oh, okay.
If you're all done with it, then
Do you want to address that?
well, we have not closed. I know that hearing, public hearing was closed. There's a gentleman in the audience that had come to, for the discussion, Mark, on the Otis Street zoning article.
No, are you here for 9 Otis Street?
Oh, I'm sorry.
The site plan approval.
Oh, was it the site plan for 9 Otis Street that you were here about?
Doug,
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So that has been continued to the next meeting because they were waiting for comments back from their engineer. And so that was continued to the meeting on the 15th,
15th of
March.
Yeah, at 6:30. Yes.
And it will be here, sir, yes.
6:30.
6:30.
Well, at least I got my supper on.
There you go. Sorry about that.
No, thanks for coming.
So the motion stands, I believe.
Yeah, we do have a motion to adjourn, and I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't see him in the audience from where I am. So
Second.
motion and a second, and we'll do a roll call vote on that. Hazel, I'm sorry,
Approve.
do this. Hazel said yes. Tim Gaylor?
Yes. Mark, to approve.
Pete Bouchard? I vote yes, and Jim Ball?
It's yours to delay it, and I'll say yes.
Good. All right. Good night, everyone. That's 5-0 in favor of adjournment. We'll see you on the 15th, and then at town meeting. And Jim Ball, thank you so much again. Take care.
Thanks, Mark. I'll see you at town meeting.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.